All right guys, it is a random work day. We have an FCR 1000 on the table and we are going through the brakes and the forks and a lot of other systems on it, but this one poses a good challenge that I know applies to a lot of you guys in your shop. So let's do a little how-to on how to extract the pistons out of these calipers. All right, so the calipers on this bike, they're actually some six piston units, and these things are pretty awesome. But with the multiple pistons, it actually adds a little complexity as far as getting the pistons out of these things. So yes, you can have these things bolted together, put a little compressed air in them, and then force them out a little bit. But then once you get one of them out, you can't really add compressed air and push the rest of them out. Now, sometimes you'll find these things are seized in there. That's where a C-clamp comes in handy. You actually break the surface tension, you compress the piston in, and then you can force it back out with either hydraulic pressure or air pressure, whatever. So you have options there. But for this, we're gonna do a different method, and this one actually comes from a YouTube commenter a long time ago on a video I did for removing pistons. So I'll link that here now. But that method actually mentions using a socket and a tool to kind of spin these things out using some leverage. So let's demonstrate that now. Okay, the caliper is clamped into the vise, and for this I'm using a 3/8 extension and a 9mm socket. I'm gonna set that in there. I'm gonna put the ball end towards the socket. We feed that in there, and it's pretty tight. And then basically you just throw a ratchet on this thing, and through the powers of friction you should be able to at least spin the piston, and then slowly enough you can force it upward as you spin. Easy as that. Pretty cool. And then the challenge is actually getting those back out. And for that we have another tool, which I'm just kidding about.
Hey, Mr. Magic Man, how do I do this?
It's definitely a little harder to clamp. Sometimes you use like 3 sockets or whatever, but just whatever you can kind of like wedge in there. That happens. Okay, attempt number 2. It's actually pretty tricky to twist and pull up just the right amount without having this thing completely fly apart.
Right about here's where I clock myself in the face with a ratchet. Gotcha.
That does work though.
It works really good.
It's all coming.
Caught it that time.
Gretel, what are you barking at? Be chill like Elsie. Works every time.
Yeah.
First try.
Definitely.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Well, anyway, that is an interesting way of extracting pistons without using compressed air, without using like, you know, hooking up a caliper to it or a master cylinder to it and forcing them out hydraulically. So hopefully that was helpful. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little how-to video. But anyway, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.